Elder Lorraine Matichek and her family survive on social assistance, but barely. Each month brings difficult choices.
Either I'm going to pay the rent, leave it, or buy food, or get food for the house, or pay the other bills. It's such a scramble, eh?
Come to think of which utility to pay.
Together, they receive close to $1,900 a month from the Saskatchewan Income Support Program, but more than half goes into rent. Matichek says groceries cost her $600 a month due to inflation and their special dietary needs. When she ran short of money, the power was cut off for a month, leaving them without hot water and heat. Now, they face the risk of homelessness.
I certainly don't want to be put out on the street and living in a tent. I don't even want my grandchildren to come to grandma and visit me in a tent. You know, that's not right. It's not the nature of it. It's abusive, neglect, it's unhealthy.
And potentially dangerous heading into winter. According to a recent University of Regina study, 1 in 4 children live in poverty in Saskatchewan, the second highest rate in the country. The Minister of Social Services, Jean Makowski, says Saskatchewan has some of the most generous income support programs in the country, but anti-poverty advocates do not agree. Peter Gilmer from the Anti-Poverty Ministry says the rate for people with disabilities hasn't increased in 7 years.
People on the CIS program don't even make it halfway up to the poverty line. They're living well below half of the poverty line. People on the SED program are still living thousands of dollars below the poverty line per year.
Saskatoon resident Karen Swan suffers from several physical and psychological conditions. She receives disability benefits. Swan says her doctor told her to eat nutritious food, but she can't afford to.
It's expensive to be poor. And to go places that I could find food that's good, like I can't go to the local Safeway because they have higher prices. I have to go beyond.
Swan shops at discount stores instead. She says public transport gives her anxiety, so she borrows a car. But fuel is expensive. Both Swan and Matichek would like politicians and policymakers to try to live off income support for a month to see how nearly impossible it truly is. Pratish Dayal, CBC News, Saskatoon.